Hello, teachers. Hello, teachers, live on YouTube. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. We're going to start in 1 minute, both here on YouTube and on Instagram, but I'm only going to save it here on YouTube. I see. You do have an advantage for being here. You can see the recording later. Excellent. Let me get started here. Today is our Q&A, so you can send your questions. Send your questions here. Okay. Hello, everyone. Let me start here on Instagram at the same time, because this is how we do it. Let me start here. Q&A. Q&A. Opa. Q&A live. All right, we're here. Where is everyone? Okay, right. Hello, Fernanda. Hello, everyone. Hello, teachers. Happy Monday. Nice to see you all here. And today we're live both here on Instagram and on YouTube. Only the live there on YouTube will be saved. So if you're here on Instagram, you have to be 100% focused. All right. And the idea of this live on Monday is that you guys send me your questions. All right. So today is on demand, right? You know, those services that you just go like só tendo sob encomenda. That's how we do it today. All right. Hi, Leandro. Hi, Lid. Inglês em dobro. Anderson, Tassiana. Nice to see everyone here. Caio, Fernando, Thaís, Elô. Excellent, guys. Great to see you here. Let me give you 30 more seconds so everybody can connect. And then you can send me your questions. If you're watching here on Instagram, please send the question here. If I am pointing it right, there is a question mark, right? So send your questions there. But if you're watching here on YouTube, then send it to the chat. Okay, so I'll be following the chat here. It's a little bit easier because then it's on the computer. It's bigger to see. But if you're watching here on Instagram, hello, Eliana. You can send the question here. Don't send it to the comments, right? Because since the screen is so small and there are usually more comments here, it's very easy for me to get lost in the questions that you're going to send, okay? So, Vero, Thais, Leila, Gabi, great, guys. Great to see you here. I think the 30 seconds I said are over. All right, let's get started. So how's everyone here today on this Monday? Today's Monday, the first Monday in May. How are you today? Let me know. How are you starting this month? I know the month started on Saturday. It was a holiday on Saturday in the middle of the pandemic. It's like, right? But how are you getting started in this month? If you're part of BT, I sent an audio to the group saying hello and helping teachers think of how to start the week, how to start the month. It's always, there's something in the air. I don't know if you feel the same, right? When we start a new week, when we start a new day, when we start a new month or a new year, we always have the feeling that, okay, there's a lot coming, you know, like there's a whole unit. So a way for us to plan for the month and for the day or whatever unit you chose to focus on is to choose one priority. And that is something that has helped me so much. Tell me if it makes sense to you, right? I usually prepare my week on Sunday night. So a little bit before I go to sleep, like after the live, because now I've been doing lives on the weekends too. So after the live or a little before the live, I look at my schedule and I see everything I have to get done for the week. And then yesterday, when I saw my list, I was like, oh, there is a lot to do. It's such a big list, right? But now that I know better, right? Now that I'm part of the best teachers ever, I know that there's no point in being overwhelmed, you know, and super stressed because there's a lot to do. We have the entire week, right? So choose the things that you want to get done. on that week. And then for each day. Today, everything I planned for my morning worked beautifully. Beautifully. I had some personal things to do, those things that I keep postponing because they're not so important, but today I said, you know what? They've been there on the list like week after week. I have to get them done. So I woke up early today, went to the gym, had breakfast, took a shower, and then got these things done. So now I feel like, accomplished already. All right, let me know how you do it. I always prepare my week on Sunday. I write exactly everything I need to do in each day, and it helps me a lot. It does to me too, Gabi. I have to, I'm no one, if Google Calendar once stops, I'll be in trouble because I really have everything written there. And it really helps me get a lot done. And of course, I'm always preparing new things for BTE, so I have to write them down so I can make them come true. All right. I always, like my mom would used to say, like, se inventa moda, né, Camila? I do. All right, so let me start getting the questions that we have here. Send your questions, okay? So today's live is the Q&A. You send the questions, I help you with the answers, and then we can also answer here on both chats, on YouTube and on Instagram, okay? I'm not the beholder of all the right answers in the world, but I like to make you think about the questions, and then please share your ideas as you are part of this live with the best teachers ever here. All right? First question, let me see. Do I need to be earning the double I earn at school with my students to leave the school? That's a very, very good question. That's a very good question. Now I can't see who sent the question anymore. But if this person who sent the question is here, and if this person is part of BTE, there is a class that I included recently, I think a month ago, about this transition and what you have to take into consideration when making this transition. All right. And I think there is something also here on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But basically, and also yesterday's live I did with Maida, we were talking about that. Okay, so why am I saying all of this? Because making that transition, making that choice of leaving the school that you currently work for and being your own boss is something that has to be done very carefully. All right. You cannot just like, oh, because you get super excited after, the lives I do here, and then you see so many teachers doing it well, and you took part in the Step Up Challenge, or you just joined BTE, and you're like, woohoo, And I know that sometimes we can get super excited with the things we do, and that's great. However, I never recommend teachers to make like these decisions without thinking, without planning, without organizing how it's going to work. Okay, so first, decide for yourself. Decide for yourself if this is what you really want. Okay, my point here, the point of BTE, is to show teachers that they can do so much more for themselves, financially, personally, professionally, when they start their own business. That's my perspective. Okay, this is what I believe is the best for English teachers. Do I think schools need to close? Of course not. Do I think all schools are bad? No, of course not. Do I think everyone should leave? I don't think anything. I just know that it's possible. I just know that it works. I just know that, yes, you can be a lot better than you currently are if you make that transition. Okay, so first you have to decide that for yourself, and you have to have these reasons why you chose to make this transition very clearly in your mind. Okay, it cannot just be like a trend, like a modinha. Oh, everybody's doing it, so therefore I'm going to do it. Okay, I know that in most cases teachers will choose to start their own business, and that's the best in my opinion. But a few things have to be taken into consideration. Okay, first, how much you make in the school. could be the base for your deciding when to leave. However, how much you currently make for a school should never be your financial goal for your own business. It's different parameters. It's apples and oranges, right? The amount a school can pay you is based on how much the school makes, where the school is, what kind of audience they have, and the deal they had with you. So it's about their organization. It's about what they decided they could do for teachers. So, all right, maybe you're coming from months when you're used to making X amount per month. Okay, so you can start from there, but you should never aim to make the same. My opinion, okay? My Agiliza Mother Goose opinion here. Because you don't want to, like, I know that it's not just about the money, but thinking about the money, you should not just have the same. You should aim higher because you can make a lot more. But deciding that, okay, I currently make 2 at school. So whenever I'm making 2 with my own students, I can leave the school. Fine. Considering that 2 is the minimum you need to survive, is the minimum you're used to making, and then it won't change your life. Okay. However, when you're making 2 on your own for your own business, there is a little thing that you. Let me see how I'm going to put this. Because you work for a school, it doesn't mean you are going to have that money forever. The school can fire you tomorrow. Okay, I know it's unlikely that they will fire you tomorrow, but it doesn't mean that they have, like they married for life with you. They're married for life. So keep in mind that when you're going to make this transition, it would be good that, okay, you decided that 2 is the minimum, so that you have, let's say, at least 6 saved, so that if for some reason for the next 3 months your students disappear, if you get sick or if something happens, you won't regret leaving the school. So you have to have some savings, okay, for 3 months, for 6 months. It's a very personal decision. I would say that less than 2-3 months is too risky. So that is why you have to plan. So it's not like, oh, the first month I could make just as much as I make for school, then I can leave. No. So if you did it for 1 month, keep doing it for 2 months, 3, 4, right? Because let's say your salary is 2. Okay. So you're making 2 here for school, 2. And then you started making 2 with your classes. Your income is 4, isn't it? Okay. So what are you going to do with these extra 2? You're going to save them. You're not going to spend them. You're not going to buy them all in candy, okay? So save them, or save 1 at least, right? And keep on doing that so you have your savings. That is for your company. It's not just for you. Some money that you have saved for, okay, I'm doing that. So April I could make 2 more. So May 2 more, June 2 more. So 6, right? And I'm going to talk to the school and leave in July. So then you have 3 months saved, meaning July, August, September, that you're still making the 2, but then you're going to be working more. Did I make myself clear? I've been planning this transition since December. I haven't left the school yet, but I have the date for that. That's it, Fib. And I know that for you, you already decided that how it's going to happen, right? Okay, Marcelo, I'm going to save your question for the next one, okay? Good question. That's a very good question here about the fluency to become a teacher. That's good. But let me just know, guys, if I made myself clear about the financial part and how I believe you should take that, you should organize that to leave the school or the job that you currently have. Was it clear? So it's not just, okay, now for the first month that I'm working, with my own students, I could make the same amount I make at school. No, then save that for 2, 3, 4 months, and then you can leave so that you're not desperate, so that you're more comfortable. Then you can sleep well, right? And then, of course, when you leave, you're going to have more time to get more students, to invest more on your own businesses. Okay, excellent. Thanks, Dai. Thanks, Yeda. Right, because I know sometimes calculations are a little weird for us. Okay, so cool. And like Fernanda mentioned here on the chat here on YouTube, plan when you're going to make it happen. Because if you leave it open, if you just say like, oh, okay, one day I'll do it. You know, one day is not on the calendar, right? So decide, this is the last year I'm going to work for the school. So I have this number of months to save this amount here and then make it happen. So decide how and when you're going to make this transition. It helps a lot, okay? And then the more money you have saved, the better for when you leave, then you're comfortable with the decision you made, okay? Because you never want to, oh, okay, so I was making that, and then for some reason your students leave or they cancel or something, and then you're desperate, okay? I like to work under pressure. I really do, you know. I learned that I work best when there is a little stress, and I can handle stress very well. But I don't know about you guys, right? And I know that people work with stress in different ways. So for you to be easy, you know, and to make it smooth, have some more than that saved. Okay. And then Marcelo said here, I guess, talk about the real fluency to be a teacher. Many teachers don't have the fluency. You're a student. Okay, Marcelo. So some teachers send that kind of question, right? And it's I really like it when people who are studying English are thinking about becoming teachers. We all the teachers have been students somehow before, either in a school or when we traveled or the way we learned English. And what I think is the best way for teachers to for students to start being teachers is that when your English is around a B2 C1 level, then you can start teaching people, friends, people you know, and then you follow the same structure that I taught at the SEPA Challenge or BT. Okay, so when your English is like B2 C1, okay, so let me start getting some students and I'll see how it works. Or you can start and apply for a school, because I know that many schools, the schools are also a nice way for you to start, because you probably still don't know how to teach, and schools have either like their own methodology, their own training, or the book and the way to teach. Okay, even though I tend to disagree with most, you know, schools methodologies, there are some that are very, very good. Okay, the more updated ones. So start by doing that, because there you're not going to be left alone to guess and do things, you know, by yourself. Something else you can do is to join our program, our teacher training course Pro, because with Pro you learn how to teach. Okay, BTE is for you to make money as a teacher. Pro is for you to learn how to teach, how to create your own material, how to create your own classes, your activities, your courses. So now you're going to start investing, not just for your English, but for how to be a teacher, how people learn, how you can teach, about approaches, about techniques, about methodologies, about theories. Okay, and then there's only one way to become the best teacher ever: by practicing, by teaching. Okay, there's nothing else you can do. So I think that when you're, you know, like a B2 to C1, it's all right for you to start. And always think that if you can teach one person, if you already know English enough to teach one more person, then you can start practicing, you can start learning to be a teacher. Okay, what I don't think is the best way to do is just to, oh, okay, my English, I barely started learning, or my English is still like a B1, you know, and I still make many mistakes, I still feel very insecure, I don't know many things. So if you're still in the process, in the middle of the process, maybe it's not the best time for you to start like the whole investment for your business. but start trying to teach people. And everyone starts like that. Fernanda started teaching in a school, and then she started teaching her friends online. I started teaching my sister, and then my mom, and then our neighbors. And many people start teaching people they know. All right. And they start by telling these people that, look, I've never been a teacher. Do you agree to help me learn how to do it? Because there is the training that I do believe teachers have to take, but there is being there in front of a student, right? Taking pro, for example, doesn't eliminate the need for you to have a student to apply these things. You need to apply. It's not just the theory. You have to see a class there, for example, and teach a person. Say, okay, how would that work in real life? And that is when we start to, acquire the experience we need. Andrea says, I've been getting many messages on DM asking, oi, quanto você cobra? I've been having a tough time knowing how to answer. Andrea, you know exactly how to do it because you have the entire season 4 BT. You know the right answer right there. Right there. Please don't tell me you're having a tough time, because it's right there. You've been there, you know exactly what to say. You just say the price if you don't want to teach the person, right, Andrea? And I think that it's not people's fault, right? When they ask for the price, because they're used to buying products. But it's not the best strategy for us, because we're not selling, like, I don't know, a cake. That a cake is like, okay, a cake, how much is the cake? That's it. We sell a service, so we really have to involve people a little more, right? Andrea, it's all self-confidence. It's just self-confidence. That's it. That's it. It's knowing that you know better, that it's your service. You choose how you talk to people, right? And you choose how they're going to relate to you. Okay. Everyone who has, and I know many people here and on YouTube as well, many people send messages to me saying, Camila, queria saber o valor da BT. I never say that. Never. 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 Mas eu só queria saber o valor. Pois é. E eu queria ser amiga da Jennifer Aniston. That's not how I work. So you have there, and do watch season 4 again, right? Because I tell you exactly what to say. Okay, let me see here. Oh, now I can see the person. That's weird, right? I don't know. For tutoria de inglês online. Hello. For beginner groups, should my students start the classes at the same time? If you're here, Tutoria de Inglês, can you specify your question, please? Because what do you mean the same time? Should my students start a class at the same time? You mean the time in the day, like start all together? I didn't quite understand your question very well. So if you can specify that a little bit, that would be great. Okay. Time, like, I mean, like the time, meaning 8 o'clock, of course, right? If it's a group. But there are ways, and I think that's what you want to know here. There are ways for you, for example, you started a group and you want to have a group of 8 people, right? But your group started with 5. You can record the classes. Actually, you're going to record all your classes, not just the first ones, right? You can record all the classes, so the ones that join later, watch them, and then, they don't miss the first parts. Let's say you've already had 3 classes with the group, and then someone else joins the group. You send them the recording for these 3 classes, give them all the extras, and tell them to watch, and tell you what they thought and how these classes were, and then they join the group. I think it's more of what you wanted to know with that question, right? If it's not, please let me know. Okay. Let me see. Swelling. Hi, Swelling. Is it better to post testimonial in our feed or highlight in the stories? Great question. Oh, Swelling, I like the question because that's a very Developed question. Cool. Let me know just one thing here, guys, from everyone who's watching me. Do you collect testimonials from your students? Do you ask them to send a video or answer a question? Do you collect feedback and testimonials from your students? Yes or no? Let me know. Because that question is a very, very good one. And I want you to be asking the kind of questions Suelen is asking now. Because if she's asking me that, it means she has testimonials, which is awesome. For sure. I was thinking about this. I saved them on my highlights. Okay. Yes. Cool. So guys, you're going to do both, right? Suelen and everyone who said they already have testimonials here. If you don't, já fica a dica, né? If you don't, you know what you have to do. You have to ask your students to say how classes have been, right? And Leticia, Lei was even part of our last session, I think, right? Not yet, but from now on, I'll ask them. Okay. All right. Social proof. Yeah, that's it. Prova social. Exactly, Elo. I never do it because I'm feeling I'm bothering them. No, Romina. You're not. You're not. People like to help others and people like to talk about the things they like. Okay. I like to add testimonials to my stories and feed. Vero, yes, yes. So answering Suelen's question here and including what Veronica said here, yes, okay. But let me tell you something about posting testimonials. I see that many times teachers, somebody sends a text, okay? You sent them a Google form or something, and they replied with a long answer, okay? And then everything they said is so beautiful, it's so nice, and you're like, oh, that's so cool, I want everyone to know that. And then you create a post on your feed that is full of text with the font this small. No one's going to read that. No one's going to, oh, stop everything, let me enlarge this so I can read. No. And Instagram doesn't deliver posts that have too much text so well. All right. So what are you going to do if you receive a text, a testimonial as a text, right? You're going to choose that one sentence, that one phrase that your student said that is the wow sentence. Okay, so if a person told the whole story, blah, 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 and now I don't feel anxious in my meetings anymore. Wow, person doesn't feel anxious when they have a meeting in English anymore. That's what you're going to put on your post in your feed. Okay, so inverted commas, like commas. So that's it. Quotes, like quotation marks. I'm sorry, quotation marks. Eu não fico mais ansioso antes das minhas reuniões de inglês. Wow. And then you can write the rest of the whatever the person wrote in the text under the post. You can copy that and say, look what my student just said. Isn't that amazing? Do you want to feel the same way? Blah, 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 blah. And if it's a text, try and have the person's photo with that. Just the text is all right, okay? But for our minds, when we see a person speaking, it gives it more value. All right, so if I got a sentence here by Fabricio, for example, Fabricio, I'm waiting for your video, right? Your testimonial, but with a video. Best teachers ever, I don't accept text anymore. It has to be a video, right? So let's imagine that Fabricio sent me a text saying, I got 2 groups after I joined BT. I formed 2 groups and I'm charging more. Wow. But it's just a text, no face. All right? And then I just write like, depoimento de aluno meu. I got 2 groups and I'm charging more. Fabrício Brandão. That is okay. It's real, it's honest. But for the other people who have no idea who Fabricio is, who look at me and say like, okay, I'm still analyzing to see how she works. It's like, right? Maybe not consciously, but the person doesn't know who's saying that. But if I say, Fabricio, can you send me a photo? And then I get a super cool photo of Fabricio being happy, like saying, and then I put a photo and the quote. I have 2 groups and I'm charging more. Fabricio's face, teacher Fabricio Brandão. Come on, right? Much better. Much better. And then in the text under the post, I can say, Fabricio is from the group from BT, he's doing this, he's doing that. Then I can write everything I want, but in the text. This is something else I can do. Or like I do with the best teachers ever, I can have teachers record videos, right? Record videos talking about their experience with me. And you can absolutely do the same thing with your students. So same thing. I'm going to send a message to Fabricio because I know he's been having amazing results. True story, right? Fabricio, what about recording a video talking about the results, your accomplishments with BT, so more teachers can be inspired, so more teachers can see that it's possible, so we can empower our community, so you can be seen from others' perspectives as an authority, as a successful teacher, so you can get more followers, you can become a reference in that area. What do you say? Right? And then because Fabricio is in my community, because he is having results, he is, rocking. And like, why not? Why not? As a teacher and as a mentor, we have the same role. Because as a teacher, when you have your student record a video of themselves and they can speak English or Portuguese, but talking about the results and the developments they've had, you're helping them establish that goal has been achieved. It is part of the process for your students. If they can make a video in English, wow, they're not only speaking English, but they're recording a video and they're making it public. You know that for your students, it's a big challenge to say, oh my God, am I going to speak English? And you can say, look, you can say just like a few sentences in English and then say it in Portuguese. It doesn't matter. It's just for you to see that it's possible. So these are better ways for you to use on your feed. And then you can share the same thing, the same video you shared on your feed to your stories or Instagram TV. The thing is, on the feed, it only accepts videos that are 1 minute long. If it's longer than that, then you have to post on your IGTV, but they can show on the feed, right? And then from whatever you shared on the feed, share that on the stories, and then you save for the highlights. And then you create a highlights, depoimentos. O que meus alunos estão falando? Testimonials, right? And if you're working with your students, don't write it in English, right? Because testimonials, people don't know, probably students don't know what it is. So say, o que estão falando? Funciona mesmo? Resultados dos meus alunos. Create a highlight that has this name. And then you're going to use all the possibilities on Instagram. If you have a channel here on YouTube, post the same video on YouTube as well. If you have a profile on LinkedIn and you work with adults and you see that your audience is there, post a testimonial there too. All right? This is for you to get the best, the most out of this thing that your students did for you. And it's for you and for him or herself. Because when you talk about your accomplishments, you're establishing what you are to the world. And it helps the person who's making the video or the testimonial so much more, because your students need to learn English. They establish their goals with you, right? Teachers here, they establish goals with themselves. If they can verbalize, if they can put that in words, if they can say what they've been doing, they just established who they became in the process. So it's like, look, now the world knows who I really am. Now the world knows what I can do. Now it's out in the universe that I can achieve goals. And it doesn't matter what goal it is. So it is so essential. And for someone who said here, I think I'm going to be bothering them. If you think that way, you didn't understand the dynamic of this process here, right? When, for example, Daniela records a video saying, well, after I met Camila, after I joined BTE, after I took the whatever pro upgrades, the step up challenge, these things started to happen in my life. This is what my life became. These are the results I got. She is establishing that she's not here anymore as a professional. She's here. And chances are that she's never going to go down again. It's the responsibility that she established when she recorded that video. It's like, now I'm not afraid of recording videos anymore. Now I formed my first group. I was so afraid of forming my first group. Now I have a group. I'm charging a lot more. I used to be afraid of charging. You're never going to reduce your price anymore. You're never going to go back on that thing you said you have accomplished. It's like your commitment with yourself and with the universe. So if you're afraid of asking your students to do it, you're afraid of letting them enjoy the steps and the development, the progress that they have made. Why wouldn't a person like to talk about their progress? We're usually embarrassed to say, I don't, I can't, I don't know. But when we talk about the things that we can do well, and especially if you're talking to adults who need English for work, oh my God, the more people that know that they know English, the better. Because your videos are going to be seen by your network and they can benefit from that. It's good. It's awesome. So, but if you as a teacher and as a business person cannot see that, where is the problem? Right? Hi, Claudia. All right. So asking your students to do it has to be something that you understand the value it has for them. Of course, it has value for you. But you have to see, for example, all of the teachers that shared videos for BT, they became known. They became authorities. Ah, Fulano is that teacher that already has that number of students. Ah, Fulano is that teacher that teaches adults or kids or teens or whatever. You open the chances of becoming someone based on the visualizations that my profile has. So it's like you're using my audience to establish who you are as a professional. Why not? Why wouldn't I do it with teachers? Why wouldn't I have teachers say that? Claudia's another one that should make a video, right, Claudia, talking about your development. Why not? As a mentor, I have to do it. I have to do it. Because all I want for teachers who are here with me is for them to be the authority, to be the reference, to be the best teachers ever in whatever English they teach, in whatever thing they decided their niche is. So what can I do? I have thousands of people looking at me as a teacher mentor saying, well, so she helps teachers. Whoever is saying that they have results with her must be an excellent teacher. Who are these people? Ah, let me watch some videos here. If you're hiding behind something, you're wasting the chance of being known, of being seen, of becoming someone, of walking, like taking some steps much faster than if you had to do it on your own. And it's the same thing for your students. Talk to them, ask them today. If you have never asked them to give you some kind of feedback or testimonial, do it today. And the question is very simple. How have our classes been? And have them be very comfortable speaking Portuguese if they want to. And you can say, you can just introduce yourself in English and then continue in Portuguese, right? And then use it and say, look, can I post it? Can I show it to other people? Can I inspire more people to learn English like you did? Because I know there are many people like you who would like to be doing what you are doing. Yeah. Mel recorded an amazing video for BT, right, Mel? And if you want to do another one, come on. Right? So there is nothing in this world that is going to be sustainable and positive if just one side wins. Have you ever heard about this law, the laws of the universe, right? Giving and receiving. It has to be good for everyone. You give something, you receive something. Some are really shy to record videos. I know, Mel. So if they're shy to do it, they probably struggle with their English. So it's part of your class. It's part of your class to say, look, if you are shy because of this, you're still not confident about your English. Let's work it. You're going to see great developments in your classes after they do it. Yeah, give them the option to write, but help them a little bit. I would like to say force, but I don't know if this is the right word. But do it in class, and be very subtle. You know, what's your favorite part of our class? What is the biggest accomplishment you can see from the time when you started classes with me and now? What is one thing? Nossa, agora eu assisto filme com legenda em inglês só, nunca mais assisti com legenda em português. Wow. That's it. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, it changed my life. It doesn't have to be that. If it is, great. But if it's not, that's it. But talk to them, explain it to them. Say, look, if you're hiding, there's no point. And especially in Brazil, we have this thing of, you're going to be arrogant, you're going to be snobbish if you say good things about yourself. Oh, come on, right? We are great. We work hard. We invest time, money, and energy to get our things done. And then if I say I'm successful, people will think, the losers will think. The people who envy you, the ones that shouldn't be around you, will think the wrong thing. But the ones that give you the support, that are there for you, they're going to say, wow, wow, look at Fernanda. She's, oh my God, look at her. I saw her video with her mentor. She's doing all of that. The people who matter, the people who care about you, they're going to love to see you growing. The ones that shouldn't be around you, they're going to say, ai, tá se achando. Ai, rica. Nossa, agora vai ficar falando que ganhou monte de dinheiro. These people should be far from you. These people should be far away from you, because if they're bothered by your success, open your eyes. Okay? Right? Should I ask them to write in English and then post the translations in the comments? Swellen, you can do it because you're going to use the testimonial as a way to attract more people. So you can, right? You can do it. You can change that. Or you can write in the text, right? In the in a comment or something like this. Okay, you don't have to translate everything. Maybe just that impact sentence or parts of it, or maybe summarize. Ele falou isso, isso e isso. Okay, in Argentina the same happens, so it's cultural there too, right? But come on, it's time to change this mindset. I totally agree, Dani. And the thing is, it's not bragging. We should be happy our friends and the people that are around us are being successful, because if they are, it means, wow, I'm around them. I'm around successful people. If you cannot be happy with another person's success, there's something wrong with you. And if you have people around you that are annoyed by your success, you shouldn't be around them, because there's something wrong with them. That's it. That wasn't even the question, but since we're talking about it, save that information, right? If you talk to your cousins, your friends, and they're like, se achando, and they're like, why are you so annoyed that I'm happy, that I'm successful, that I'm making money, that I'm satisfied? Why are you not happy with me, with the choices I made, with the success I have? You know? And don't be afraid of leaving these people behind. Really. Não carrega tralha. Não carrega tralha com você. Ah, but they were my friends when I was at school. Que lindo! Guarda a memória. Que memória maravilhosa. Foi maravilhoso quando vocês estavam na escola. Agora não é mais. That's it. And it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. It doesn't mean you're not going to go to the reunions and things. Guys, it's not. When I say leave them behind, it's like, don't listen to them. Don't be influenced by them. You know, don't be so connected. Save them, you know, kindly in your memories. Or, oh, everybody's going to get together for that, you know, reunion from our high school. Cool, then you go. Nice. If it's not in your way, if you can, if it makes sense to you, if there's nothing else to do, right? We don't have to do certain things. We don't have to be around certain people. We have to choose. We have to be very careful about it. It's so important to be around the right people. It's so important to be the inspiration for the groups that we're in. Let me share something with you. I have this family group on WhatsApp, quem não, né? And all my aunts and cousins are all there, and I love them, and they're awesome. They're part of my family. They're part of my life, my story. But sometimes they start this very, you know, negative vibe of talking about diseases and fulano died and this, and it's so dark, you know. I don't want to leave because it's the only way I can talk to them now. Because of the pandemic, I cannot travel to Londrina to see them. But you know what I do? I send a very positive thing. I wake up and I'm like, oi, família linda, vamos fazer essa semana ser maravilhosa, que tudo, nossa, amei aquela foto. So I change the topic. I don't let them go down the drain, you know, and I don't let them drain me. I delete everything, whatever they're sending, I delete. I'm like, I don't want to see these things, but I want to see what's happening. I want to see, you know, the babies. I want to see everything. So either be the change or distance yourself. If it hurts you, if it's people that cannot be happy with your success, and if you think that way, start changing inside. Start changing the way you see other people's success. Right? Because if you're bothered by it, try and analyze why it's bugging you so much. That's true. Cool, Leo. Nice to see that you think the same. I've been doing that since the beginning of COVID, living tralhas, and my God, it's been amazing. That's it, Fê. There's no reason why we should carry people, you know, like os entojo, os encosto. And you know what I'm talking about, guys. We all have people like that in our lives. You know, here on Instagram and YouTube, just block the person if, you know, we have to be happy with other people's success. We have to be inspired. Whenever I see Andreas doing something good, Kreosmar is doing something good, is being successful, I have to be happy, genuinely happy, because they're around me. Because I am part of their vibe too. We're part of the same group, you know? And even if we weren't, it's like, wow, look at them. They're doing it right. Let me stay close to them. That is how we have to think. Even with Brio, some people say, nossa, amiga, ficou meio se achando. Você fala, sim, tô me achando pra caramba. Tá ótimo. Tá maravilhoso. Tô usando isso, tá vindo, sabe, um monte de resposta bacana. Que legal que você tá assistindo. That's it. That's it. Right? And it's all about our confidence, because we know what we want. We know where we want to get. And we know that it depends on us. So being around the right people, choosing the right things, whenever you're like, but I'm not confident, I'm not sure. Like, I'm talking so much about testimonials because people at BTF, I asked them to send videos, right? And I know that some people, they have awesome results, but they don't share. It's a crucial part to be developed. Oh, yes, I'm being super successful, but I don't want to tell people because I don't want anyone to envy me. I don't want for everyone to feel that maybe they're not getting the results I'm not getting. Well, since when is it a bad thing to share the positive things that are happening to us? Since when? And let me tell you something, you're always going to be judged anyway. So you better spread positivity, you better spread success than to hide your success. If you're hiding, you're limiting yourself, right? If you're hiding, if you're afraid of what others will say, there is a part of you that needs to be developed. There is a part of you, an essential, a crucial, like a vital part of you that needs to be developed. Okay. And when you understand that it's the right thing to do to celebrate your victories, se prepara, get ready, because that's when things are going to come. Okay. Teachers, let's have lunch. Let's eat lunch. Today I have some sessions with some teachers from BTE. I'm going to talk to some of them, the ones that got the private sessions with me. So it's the part that when I get to know them a little better, and then we can talk about their situation and their questions. And it's the part when I see how amazing teachers are. And you all know that I started BT because I love being around teachers. So these sessions are amazing. We're probably going to share photos a lot. Okay. So let me know. Let me know your questions. Let me know what you think about these things that we talked today. This live will be saved on YouTube. So if you want to watch or if you want to send it to somebody else, be sure to go there and follow us here. Okay. Beijos. Take care. Have a wonderful Monday. Thanks, Fê. Thanks, Leo, Marcelo, everyone who watched here on YouTube. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.